Some of these shoes are weird. Some people even think these shoes are ugly. I need to tell you all about shoes and the special ones, the ones I've been obsessed with recently. So it's shoe heaven. So hi, as you already know, shoes tell you everything you need to know about someone. You know that, right? So if you know that, you know everything has a personality, every fucking thing on the planet. And I have been drawn to certain shoes recently. When I was in college, I used to wear the most hideous shoes because I was broke. And I really don't know why you end up choosing bad shoes because you don't have any money. But such was the case. Now, I have a few good shoes. Some of them are weird. Some of them are just extremely feminine, just like me. Some of them, some people would call ugly, hideous. But I love them. I just love these shoes and I cannot wait for you to see these shoes. I think these are the shoes of 2026. Not because they are trendy, but just because they do something for me that I just don't feel any other shoes do. If I show you these shoes, it's that it gets that you don't get it, you know? And I think they're kind of genius. First on the list, tabbis. These are my newest obsession. Have you seen tabbis? Have you seen tabbis? But they fall under a category I'm going to talk about later. So weird in the most like muted way, which is everything you want in an outfit. You want to stand out, but you don't want to be like, oh, look at me, I'm trying to do so much. You're just trying to be unique. You're trying to show the world that your brain doesn't work the same way that others do. And honestly, it's one of those shoes that you either notice immediately or you simply don't. I love the color options. I love the heel versions. I just love that this shoe has created its own universe. A whole new line of shoes. Tabby heels, tabby flip-flops, tabby this, tabby that. So, with research, tabbies originated in Japan. They were traditional, and I'm sure you guys have seen this in so many movies before the coming of Maison Margiela, the brand, which is founded by Martin Margiela, who basically took inspiration from the Japanese footwear. But beyond aesthetics, the Japanese had reasons for wearing these shoes. It was functional, it had minimal design. So let's try to appreciate that culture for creating this absolutely ingenious piece. When the tabbis came into mainstream fashion, the design was definitely controversial. I think the whole world was a bit like, I don't know about these shoes. They're a bit weird. I think they kind of questioned the beauty standards at the time. So people were a bit, skeptical. But that's exactly what makes it special. People that wear those are so stylish. That is just the bottom line. Like, if you know how to incorporate tabbis into your style, you are just, that's exactly what you are. I have nothing to say to you. So this brings me to the category of ugly shoes. And I wouldn't really call them ugly shoes. Before tabbis, there were what most people called ugly shoes, I guess. Ugly, actually unconventional. Some of them have stolen my heart because unconventional things always stand out. No matter what, no matter how simple you are, they always look good. If you're wearing like a really simple outfit, these shoes always look good. They always pull out the personality inside of you. And I mean, what better way to just say I'm stylish than just putting on a pair of really, really, really weird shoes? They steal the day. They're definitely not for everyone. Shoes like that, you need confidence to wear them. The girls are just, they just, you need some type of, you need to have this aura that tells people that you know exactly what you're doing. You know who you are and nobody can step on your toes, literally. And don't get me started on animal print. If you can get animal print in shoes, so absolutely chic. It's definitely the easiest way to spice up your wardrobe. Next are definitely the extremely feminine heels. Did you hear me? I said the extremely feminine heels. These will always do something for your personal style. If you're straight, you're a girly girl, I mean, you don't what has straight got to do with this? Anybody can wear these heels. These heels, mm, no words. See, they're not for school or work. You find a pair that just feels beautiful. It just changes everything. Sometimes I feel like the best shoes right now are the shoes that feel like someone went into the Amazon forest and just got like flowers and twigs and just, oh, it was so hard. So fun and playful, and they just do so much. If you have to go out on a date, if you have just dinner with the girls, you have a little event, you're hosting something, this is just the best way to show your style, especially the ones that they have these neon pastel colors, just the most beautiful, sharp, vivid colors. And if you're wearing something casual, those heels definitely bring the look out. So now we're getting into kitten heels, the shoes that save a girl's life. Comfort plus the femininity. Now, those are two things you don't get often. You either get comfort or you get aesthetics. But kitten heels, I feel like they do that for me. They kind of reduce the risk of wearing heels. You do not have to think so much about where you're stepping. You do not have to think so much. There's little to nothing that can happen to you while you're in kitten heels. And they're just so beautiful. From what I understand, I think kitten heels are about an inch or maybe two. This is 2 inches, I'm guessing. Yeah, no, that's not a kitten heel. I think an inch. And they are kind of like pinned at the heel. They're not like wedges or like regular heels that have like a stump at the back. I think that's how you can identify a kitten heel. And there are these really cute kitten heel slippers that are just everywhere. Not to be trendy, but those are actually really cute. Like if you have to go out and you're not trying to, look to dress down, you're just trying to, a heel will always signal that we're not dressed down, right? If you're wearing a heel, then a heel is a heel. A heel is dramatic. Doesn't matter how short. You're trying to like host a dinner party, have friends over, you're trying to go out for a little shopping, but you're not really dressed for an outing. You're just like, wearing cute shorts, or like, what do you call those trousers? I think they call them, yes, obviously a pair of capris and culottes. And if you know very well, capris have been in for a very long time. So I think this is their comeback. Those heels are so cute. And honestly, those heels with mini skirts, are you seeing the vision? Obviously. Oh yes, I also forgot to show you a picture of the high heel tabbis. They're so cute. They're just like so we're finally at one of my favorite shoes in the world. In the world. Wedges. When I was about, I think 15, 16, I was obsessed with these. They kind of went out of style for a while, and then they came back. I just noticed them on one of my favorite creators. I think her name is Tamia Blue, right? Yeah, I hope. And she does so much for me when it comes to style. She's definitely my Pinterest board, and I just appreciate her and her style so much. And she can tell you a lot about how to wear, wedges, shoes, just shoes in general, because don't get me started. Wedges, wedges, wedges. Ah, wedges. Another pair of shoes that you absolutely need style to rock. You cannot wear a pair of pencil trousers with these. Please do not. I feel like people who wear wedges are just color lovers. To do justice to wedges, you have to have a bit of like personality. You have to have like a bit of color in your wardrobe. You have to just have things that stand out in your closet. And to be very honest with you, when wedges are styled properly, they just give sexy energy. For a girly girl like me, Wedges are everything. They only work when the outfit allows it to work. The outfit has to understand the shoe. The outfit has to, you know. Thank you. Thank you very much. There are sneakers. Sneakers, or you can call them sneakerinas. Sneakerina. You can call them sneakerinas. Sneakerinas. Okay? They are so cute. They are so cute. They are so cute. I have too many of these. I cannot do without them. I think they just make your style perfect. You know, there's the aspect of accessorizing your sneakers. Please never put on sneakers without the right accessories. Without accessories in general, don't even bother about the right one. Just make sure you have some pins and buttons and beads and, charms on your sneakers, because they will do everything for your outfit. Especially your casuals. You want to wear a little mini sundress, you put on some sneakers. You want to wear a mini skirt, you put on some sneakers. You want to, well, all of the shoes I think I'm talking about are for non-professional settings. So we're going to get into the professional stuff. Last but certainly not the least, pointing shoes. Are you kidding me? Pointing shoes, triangular shoes, I don't know what you guys call them, but they are definitely stunning. They are stunning for work, for whatever it is you're trying to do. Whether they are flat, kitten, high heels. Pointy shoes are so professional. And not only are they, so professional, they are quite literally versatile. The only thing I think you can't use these shoes for are probably swimming, running, going to the gym. You want to go to a dinner party, you have your pointy shoes. Go for your wedding, pointy shoes. Take a walk, pointy shoes. Date, pointy shoes. Go for a birthday party, your child's naming ceremony. You have your pointy shoes. I don't even think there's a limit to what you can do with pointy shoes. So I'm not going to mention specific brands. They're definitely, you have your price ranges, you have your style. There's so many brands out there. I'm not going to mention any brands because I think everybody should be able to figure out their style on their own. And as you already know, Pinterest is the best place to start. The fashion dictionary, the fashion archive. If you're trying to elevate physically when it comes to visual representations of anything, Pinterest is that girl. Search for anything you like. Shoes, colors, textures, hairstyles, makeup, bags, name it. Even things that are not related to fashion. Cars, whatever. Just go on Pinterest. But I really hope you loved my video on the shoes I've been loving recently, and I'll see you in the next one.